Hello everyone, it's 𝗟𝘂. Here we are on the brink of change, invited to fully open up. It's time to tend to the wounds in our hearts and release what no longer supports our journey. Eclipses act as gateways for transformation, and this one holds a special kind of magic because of its conjunction with Neptune, which represents the cosmic womb, the ocean of being, where we all come from and return to. We have a full moon eclipse in Pisces occurring on the 18th of September, and then we will have a solar eclipse in Libra occurring on the 2nd of October. The axis of lunar nodes begins to slowly shift from Aries Libra to Pisces Virgo, and this full moon eclipse in Pisces works together with the North Node in Aries, which is our evolutionary direction. We are really mastering Aries now. Pisces full moon conjoined with its ruler Neptune is inviting us to inner openness, to emotional release, to forgive, and to surrender. This is a moon where boundaries dissolve so that our hearts can heal. It's magically intuitive and healing lunar eclipse. Pisces is a mutable water sign. It's spiral, fractal, it's crown chakra, it's flow, it's otherworldly, and it contains the wisdom of all other signs. It's the sign of the true earth of body, soul, and spirit as united in us, which is attained only through the evolution of the emotional and psychic body. Its magic is in surrendering to the intuitive knowing in us, in trusting the divine energy, the life itself, in living by inspiration, and in the mystical, silent understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. This is the wisdom contained in Pisces. It's oceanic, deep, visionary, subtle, otherworldly, poetic, and artistic. It teaches us essential unity of all things so that our life, speech, or creations may approach almost to the divine. Pisces connects with the deeper essence of things rather than just what's on the surface. Pisces is associated with spirituality. However, I have to point out that spirituality is not the same as religion. These two are different. In my view, religion serves as some kind of structured organization that connects people with God through a mediator, while spirituality is more about an individual's personal exploration of the deep connections that bind all things together. Spirituality is lived daily and quietly. One gardener may be more spiritual in his relationship with nature than someone out there selling some crystals, tripping on cacao ceremonies and ecstatic dance, which I cannot stand, by the way, because it feels so fake to be there. I don't know, that's just my view. Or, some folks wearing white costumes, feathers, and crosses, talking about Kundalini, God, Tantra, while actually just doing a show business and abusing others in their private lives. Yeah, we are flooded by these fake narcissistic spiritualists, and this will certainly be the main topic when it comes to the shadows of Pisces Virgo axis. We will learn the art of discernment, which is Virgo's wisdom, and that where there is a need for perfection, there is no place for humanity. I'll talk more about this along with the change of the nodal axis into Pisces Virgo. I want you to picture this. You're laying out on the grass at night, gazing up at the sky full of stars. You know that you cannot reach those stars, but that doesn't matter. You just let the moment wash over you, enjoying it without the need to control anything. You allow yourself to get lost in its beauty. It's all about just being present, allowing that moment to unfold as it will. And as you soak it all in, you start to feel connected to the cosmos, realizing someone else might be doing exactly what you're doing in this moment, and you can't help but send them a little hello. You smile, and you maybe hear a song in your head, and it disappears, and a star blinks, and you lose your breath for a second because you cannot fucking believe how magical that is, that you're able to witness that spark, and you are so lost, but in peace, and you don't care because you feel free. That is Pisces. Not everything needs to be put into words, explained, or finished. Pisces teaches us that being imperfect, unfinished, and a bit lost can be just as beautiful. It's like energy that shifts and grows, always flowing and open. Pisces embodies the spirit of the mystic, the artist, the wanderer. And it makes sense that in these moments of total surrender, artists receive their most precious gifts, ideas. Now, Neptune is the natural ruler of Pisces, and Neptune as the outer planet is conjunct this full moon. However, Neptune is in opposition to the Sun in Virgo. The Sun is our conscious self, and we are certainly dealing with deception, underhand tactics, lies, and illusions. Confusions, deceptions, and illusions are shadows of Pisces. So we are dealing with these things as well, guys. Saturn is in Pisces too, and in opposition aspect to Mercury, which is now direct in Virgo. And it might be difficult to articulate thoughts, but Mercury in Virgo is exalted, and this is a sharp focus, a need for clear communication too. Tension is present because there is a need to clear up misconceptions and confusions. Here we meet with responsibilities and obligations too, because it's Saturn. Now, dreams are extremely significant. They serve us as messages from our subconscious, helping us to realize the messages of our soul or what has to be released. Dreams can be powerful and liberating. We should listen to them now. Pay attention to the symbols and synchronicities too. Do not resist to the change and to the flow wherever it takes you. We can have vivid visions and experiences of connecting with the divine. We can have extraordinary inspiration and downloads. This is a great time for artists, healers, and poets. All right now, so Mars, the ruler of the North Node in Aries, is in a square aspect with the nodes. And when the planet is in square to the nodes, this is a call on inner work, because these aspects simply require that. Mars doesn't really feel good in Cancer, and when it's square to the nodes, we have to put in an effort to understand the repressed emotions or our emotional reactivity. We are emotionally charged now. We are rethinking our relationships. Aries, Libra, axis is all about relationships. Let me tell you, rare are those relationships in which things are not pushed under the carpet and where there is a safe space to address problems, in which there is conscious communication through care and honesty. Do you know how many people are stuck in unhealthy relationships, families, with fake relatives and fake friendships, where there is this people-pleasing and endless sacrifice of their own soul needs? I hardly know any family where there is no codependency, some sort of abuse or pathology. Let's put these masks down. Let's not pretend, sweep things under the carpet. Let's talk more with people around us and show true compassion for what they have been through. We have to connect on the heart level now and share our deepest truths by allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, exposed, and naked in front of the other human. It's like, it's easy to undress and be intimate and merge our bodies with another. But what about souls? Souls wants to merge too. And it takes courage to unmask, to be vulnerable, and let our souls merge. We cannot be in relationships if there is no vulnerability. Vulnerability is the place of love, belonging, joy, courage, empathy, and creativity. It's the source of hope, empathy, accountability, and authenticity. If we want greater clarity in our purpose or deeper and more meaningful spiritual lives, vulnerability is the path. Brené Brown said that Cancer is the spiral from which everything starts. It's the water that flows, the emotions that flow through us without withholding. This is an emotional sign. Mars is our drive, the way we take action. With Mars in Cancer, in aspect to the South Node in Libra and North Node in Aries, we are questioning what emotional safety is, what is love, what codependency is. And to understand this, we have to reflect on our childhood and relationship with our parents. At some point, when we get out of the womb, the umbilical cord is cut and the baby is separated from the mother. This separation is Aries. Later, when we are still babies, we depend on our mother. This is a natural, dependent relationship in which we cry because we are hungry or sleepy, and this is how we actually communicate with our mother. She follows our emotional reactions so she can understand our needs. But we are not babies anymore. We, as adults, are responsible for our emotions. This experience with our mother stays deeply imprinted in our psyche, and later on, we might start to project this on our partners, friends, or even parents as adults. And in this way, we create nothing but emotionally codependent relationships in which we put burden on someone and blame them for something they're not responsible for. The other people are not responsible for our emotions, nor are we for theirs. However, we do have a responsibility for how others feel if we have done or said something, done as an act that caused a negative emotion or distress in the other. In this case, we are fully responsible for how we made them feel. Through Libra, we learn harmony. Libra is here to teach us how to create it. But how are we supposed to create harmony and balance if we sweep things we don't like under the carpet? The more Libra sweeps things under the carpet, the more it causes imbalances and chaos. And in this way, you end up hurting yourself and others. Truth is a nice word, but nobody likes it. You know, truth is not comfortable. It makes you feel unpleasant. And nobody likes to hear it. But dealing with the unpleasant truths is the key to creating balance in relationships. And Libra, in its higher nature, must apply the lessons of its Aries polarity sign and act to create harmony by putting everything, good and bad, pleasant and unpleasant, on the scale. Libra wants to establish justice. Furthermore, the shadows of Libra is when we say everything that others wants to hear just to feel validated. Even though we don't really mean that, then we find ourselves in a situation where we are accused of something that we are not, and that we lie, and we do. We lie to ourselves. We pretend to be something we are not, so we trick others, and then we are disappointed or others are. Imagine the chaos or pain that results from such actions. Many people tell me that when they're single, they feel confident, secure, and healed. But once they're in relationships, all their fears and old patterns resurface. This is because the relationship will reflect back to you your relationship with yourself. It will challenge you to communicate more effectively, enforce boundaries, and be more vulnerable. A relationship is not a place where we go to avoid ourselves. It's where we go to confront ourselves. One of the most important lessons I learned about relationships is to be direct and honest about what you need in a relationship. Don't act like I don't need anything. A lot of people won't be able to handle your honesty and will leave. But the ones that matter will stay. Venus will soon enter Scorpio, where it will want to merge with others and share her new values. But now it's in opposition to Chiron, and we are truly healing our hearts. This aspect is painful. Chiron is a wounded healer. This is shaman in astrology. Whatever Chiron touches with some aspect, it heals. And when working with this energy, we should really be ready to face the wounds, and this is not pleasant. During the solar eclipse in Libra, we will have a Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Lilith all conjoined South Node. And Venus in Scorpio will be the ruler of this eclipse. Okay? And I already spoke about the shadows of Libra in this video, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in the next one. But we might find ourselves contemplating our relationships, revisiting old betrayals that continue to hurt and fuel our frustration. But this is a time to mend our hearts and let go of what has outlived its purpose. Friends, I will wrap up this video with a stunning poem from a Sufi poet, Mahsati. This lunar eclipse in Pisces aligns perfectly with my natal Mercury, right on the cusp of the 8th house, and I'm excited to share this treasure with you. Listen, when my heart came to rule in the world of love, I was freed from both beliefs and from disbelief. On this journey, I found the problem to be myself. When I went beyond myself, the pathway finally opened. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you peaceful equinox, and I'll be back soon. Ciao.